Hello class, this is Mr. Bierman. Today in PE Fitness 9 or freshman class for fitness, your instructor Mr. Bierman will be conducting a tennis unit. The tennis unit will be going over a tennis scoring lesson. Previously in tennis and the tennis unit we discussed some of the terminology. Today for the scoring lesson, the lesson involves points, games, sets, and match. In tennis, 0 equals love for points, 1 equals 15, 2 equals 30, 3 equals 40. So if you're playing a singles match and the score is 2-2 or 30-30, the participants, you need to accumulate at least 4 points before that participant can win a game in that particular match. So say for example one of the participants scores the next point to make the score 40-30 or 3-2. That means the person that is at 40 is 1 point away from winning a game in that match. And if the person that has 30 scores the next point, it becomes 40-40 or even, which would be deuce. And until one of the two participants actually win 2 consecutive points after it's 40-40 to win the points, enough points in that game to win the game will continue to go on. So say for example the score is 40-40 or deuce, and the person that's serving gets the point. That means that they would have the advantage, and so we just simply say add in, or they're 1 point away from winning the game. And so say for example it goes back and forth that way, where the person that's receiving the serve or the add out person gets the next point, then it becomes deuce again or even, and it keeps going back and forth until someone gets 2 points. So say for example the person receiving the point, the next point, gets that point after it's 40-40. That means that the advantage is to the person receiving, so you say add out. So they need 1 point yet to win a game. So once that happens, then we go from points to games and that type of thing. So it takes, again, you can establish how many different games it'll take to win a particular set. So like I said, we go with points, games, sets, and match. So say you establish as the two participants that each of the games in the set will go up to 6 games. And again, you have to win by 2 games in order to win the particular set. So after the games accumulate and they make up, say for example, it's 4-2, and then it goes to 4-4, or even if it goes to 6-4, that means the person that won 6 games in that particular set would win that set. But again, you have to win the games by 2 games to win the set. So say for example it's 5-5. So the next person winning the next game makes it 6-5. Well, it's still, they didn't win by 2. So if the person that's ahead 6-5 wins that next game and then makes it 7-5, then they win the set. But if, say for example, when it's 6-5 and the person that is trailing wins that next game and makes it 6-6, there's another rule that's involved where the participants, when the games for a particular set go up to 6, if they get up to 6 together, where it's 6-6, they play what they call a 7-point tiebreaker. And the points are just played going 1, 2, 3, all the way up to 7. And whoever wins those 7 points first will win that set, or win that game, and then make that set 7-6. And so then they would win that set 7-6. So in order for, again, in the tiebreaker to work, it has to be by 2 points again. And so say, for example, it's 7-5 or 7-4, 7-1, whatever. The person that accumulated 7 points first, winning by 2, would win that game and thus the set. But then, say for example, it gets to 6-6, and the next point is a 7. Whoever gets the next point gets 7, but they got to win by 2. So you keep on playing until someone wins by 2 in order to win that set. Like we said before, scoring in tennis goes by points, games, sets, and match. And so, say for example, the two participants say that they're going to play the best 2 out of 3. The first person won 6-4, and the second person won 6-3. And say for example, the same person that won 6-4 wins 7-6 in the third set. It makes the total sets then 2-1, and thus, if you're playing the best 2 out of 3, the person that won 2 out of 3 sets wins the match, and they are the winner 2-1. So that concludes our lesson on how points work in tennis. In our next time we meet, we will have a quiz on these points. If you have any questions, try to reach me, and I will try to help you with any questions that you might have. So that will conclude this lesson on tennis scoring. Thank you.